Michael, I can't say I'm all that surprised, man. The Witcher 4 will feature Geralt, but not as the lead character, the actor claims. Jordan Miller over at VGC. The Witcher 4 will feature the return of Geralt, but according to the character's voice actor, he won't be the star. Speaking as part of an interview, Doug Cockle commented on the fourth game, which is currently in development at Polish studio CD Projekt Red. Quote, The Witcher 4 has been announced. I can't say anything about it. End quote, Cockle said. He continues though, quote, we know that Geralt will be a part of the game. We just don't know how much. The game won't focus on Geralt. So it's not about him this time. We don't know who it's about. I'm excited to find out. End quote. Cockle also claimed that he has yet to see the script for the game. All right, well, no, he's definitely not the main character anymore, is he? 2/3 of CD Projekt Red are currently working on the next game in the Witcher series, codenamed Polaris, as revealed during an earnings conference for publishers' fiscal year of 2023 earnings in March of 2024. The development team now sits around 430 staff. Joint CEO Mikhail Nowitzki explained at the time that the following release for Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, the number of staff working on that game had dropped to just 17, with others distributed to other projects. Quote, the players team, on the other hand, has grown to over 400 developers, end quote. Nowitzki said, quote, reaching its target size for entering production phase. This is scheduled for the second half of the year, end quote. I don't think we're going to be anywhere near seeing The Witcher 4 anytime soon, Michael, but I did question when we wrapped up The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Dude, huge game. Like, I know people 400 or 500 hours in this thing, right? It is massive. That was probably going to be the end, and we might be stepping into a whole new Witcher role. Somebody else fresh within the series, or are we getting Ciri?
Yeah, that was my first guess when I saw this. When I looked at it, I was like, "This feels like we're gonna get Ciri as our main character." But I wouldn't hate if we go in a new direction. I think the biggest thing for me is going to be how they pull this transition off. Whenever you have a main character of a beloved franchise, it's always that sort of transition of power that you have to nail. Is it going to be he's old and steps aside? Is it going to be maybe we get some sort of on-screen cinematic death that sort of says, look, fans, you cannot bring him back, you cannot ask, we want him back? So that's going to be the thing that I think I'm most curious about as we start to get trailers, as we start to get teasers or leaks for this game. What is his actual role in this game? That is going to be the most of my mind. Because I think, as you said, after Wild Hunt, after 3 main games, it feels like 4, I'm totally happy to transition. I just want it to be smooth enough so that there's not going to be those fans who say, oh, we want Geralt back. We want him back. I don't like this character. Why isn't he here? Why is he on the sidelines? I hope they do the transition of that main character well enough that we don't hear those complaints about Witcher 4 of, oh, why did we change characters? And I'm going to be honest, maybe a death might be the best way to do it, which would be crazy to do, but I'm very interested to see what Witcher 4 has in store to help us sort of transition around.
Well, he was Ciri's mentor within the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's just now passing the torch. I think he's, like you say, he's reached his age, right? It's like Ezio from Assassin's Creed. The dude just moved on. He died in the end, but spoilers for the game from what? Like how many years ago? 20 years ago at this point, right? We're 15, 16 games deep. Leave me alone. It's just one of those, at what point do you say, okay, we're now leaving the main character behind? Because that is a huge move. It is something that people have gravitated. You mentioned The Witcher. Dude, it's all about Geralt, right? That's just how it goes. Oh, man, yeah, Geralt. He's a cool character. This, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. The Witcher franchise now adapted in television. Witcher, right? The Geralt, again, the main. So you really want to pass that off? You lose that. A lot of us fear also when it comes to God of War Ragnarok, the ending of that. Do we pass the torch or will Kratos move on? There's a lot of fear when you have such a huge fan base. When it comes to Geralt, do you lose the player's interest by then passing the torch off? Or does it spark something new, something fresh? And when it takes you a look at the dev side of it though, dude, you gotta have something fresh on the table, right? I think that's the other draw. You want to get something that's going to rejuvenate the team, make you excited, and see what happens going into the next Witcher series. I can't wait to see what this looks like. I think it's going to be something that's going to probably blow our minds. When we saw Cyberpunk get announced, dude, it looked like people lost it. Just lost it on the internet. We were there right there with them. This looks cool. Lessons learned, obviously, from Cyberpunk's release to where it is today with Phantom Liberty and the whole brand new update. The game looks incredible. There's a lot of faith now that they've been able to restore within the studio. That now sets up the future for the success of Witcher 4. How they present that through trailers, the announcement of Geralt passing the torch or dying. Like, what a cinematic trailer that would be as a, hey, this is how it goes. This is what happens. Get ready. And then move on. Get people prepped to go, hey, you're not going to play the main character. That's everybody's biggest fear, isn't it?
100%. And I think you nailed it there as well. This is, I mean, obviously CD Projekt Red has our trust, right? It's not like this launch will break the studio, but after Cyberpunk, this is going to be their next big launch. I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on, do you do this right? Do you sort of redeem yourself in the eyes of fans after the last time you and I talked? We had a lot of people ask us, hey, can I trust this? I've heard of Witcher. What about Cyberpunk? And you and I both like, yeah, no, they're going to be good. They're going to be good. And then that release, you're like, oh, this is not what we want. So I hope they do this right. I hope we get an accurate release date. It's not one of those where it feels rushed, where we have a bunch of delays, because my eyes are on this game. I think, they've never failed to disappoint. The updates we got to Cyberpunk have made it the game we thought we were going to get. But if they have back-to-back stinker releases, I'm going to have some doubt start creeping up against one of those studios that felt like it was a pillar of solid games. And that's what I've got to hope for Witcher 4. Not only are we transitioning characters, we've got to make sure our launch is clean.
Absolutely. The launch needs to be perfect, right? After Cyberpunk, we can talk this till we've all done it before. But it's just one of those, it's an important thing. Dude, you have one shot. But we've seen over the years, they're able to fix things. That's the beauty of video games. What we want to hear, though, is from you guys. Hit us up, itgtv.com. Where are they taking The Witcher 4? Who's the new character? What are your thoughts?